You see, not every fast car screams for attention. Some of the quickest, most capable machines ever built are the ones that most people wouldn't even look at twice in a parking lot. That's the beauty of a sleeper, a car that blends in with traffic, looks modest, even boring at first glance, but hides a beast under the hood. And when it comes to building sleepers, no country has mastered the art quite like Japan. Japanese automakers have a long history of engineering understated cars that can absolutely obliterate expectations, and sometimes even supercars, without breaking a sweat. Today, we're diving into the most iconic, underrated, and surprisingly powerful sleeper cars to ever come out of Japan. These are cars that make no promises based on appearance, but deliver performance that car guys respect and fear. Whether you're a tuner looking for your next project, or just someone who appreciates subtle brilliance, this list is for you. Let's kick things off with one of the most legendary sleeper sedans of all time, the Toyota Chaser JZX 100. To the untrained eye, the Chaser looks like a basic Japanese executive car. Clean lines, 4 doors, nothing flashy, but what hides underneath is what makes this car legendary: a turbocharged 1JZ GTE inline 6 engine. That's right, the little brother of the 2JZ found in the Supra. This engine is capable of massive power gains with minimal mods, and the rear wheel drive layout combined with a manual transmission in some variants makes it an absolute drift and drag weapon. With subtle modifications, the Chaser becomes a 600 horsepower monster that still looks like it belongs in a PTA meeting. Speaking of sedans with serious bite, let's talk about the Mitsubishi Gallant VR4. Long before the Evo became a household name, Mitsubishi created the Gallant VR4 as a test bed for rally dominance. This unassuming family sedan came with a turbocharged 4G63 engine, an all-wheel drive, the exact same combo that would later be used in the Evo. With only minor bolt-ons, these cars could hang with sports cars twice their price. The VR4 doesn't have the visual aggression of a Lancer Evolution, but it's every bit as capable, and in some ways even cooler because of how stealthy it is. Now let's bring in a car that's still criminally underrated, the Mazda 6 MPS, also known as the Mazda SP6 in the US. On the outside, it looks like a well-designed mid-size sedan, but Mazda secretly turned this into a torque monster. It's equipped with a 2.3L turbocharged engine that puts out 274 horsepower and 280 lb-ft of torque, sent through a 6-speed manual and an advanced AWD system. The torque steer is kept in check by the AWD, and in real-world driving, it'll surprise nearly anyone who tries to mess with it at a red light. With just a tune and bolt-ons, you can push it past 350 horsepower easily, yet it still passes as a commuter car to the untrained eye. No list of Japanese sleepers would be complete without the Subaru Legacy GT Spec B. Everyone knows about the WRX and STA, but the Legacy GT Spec B often gets overlooked despite offering similar performance in a much more low-key package. The Spec B came with a turbocharged 2.5-litre boxer engine, 6-speed manual transmission borrowed from the ST, and upgraded suspension. It's practical, classy, and brutally quick when you want it to be. Because it looks like any other family sedan, no one expects it to rocket off the line like a rally car in disguise. Moving into even more subtle territory, we have the Toyota Crown Athlete V. This is a car that looks like it should be chauffeuring a Japanese CEO to a business meeting. But if you pop the hood, you'll find a turbocharged 1JZ GTE engine just like in the Chaser. Its rear wheel drive has plenty of room for performance upgrades, and the ride quality is absolutely sublime. Some versions even came with optional air suspension. This is a sleeper in the truest sense. Luxury on the outside, JDM performance hero underneath. And then there's the Honda Accord Euro R CL7. If you're into high, revving naturally aspirated engines, this is the sleeper sedan that should be on your radar. It came with the K20A engine, essentially a Type R engine, mated to a close ratio 6-speed manual. It doesn't make outrageous power numbers on paper, but the real magic lies in the power band and balance. The Euro R is one of the best handling front-wheel drive sedans of its era, and because it looks nearly identical to a regular Accord, Nobody sees it coming when it howls past 8,000 RPM. Let's not forget wagons, because some of the most underestimated sleepers come in long roof form. Enter the Nissan Stager 260RS, also known as the Skyline wagon, built by Autek. This wagon was equipped with the RB260T engine from the R33 GTR, mated to a manual transmission and AWD. That means this unassuming family hauler is essentially a GTR in disguise. Very few people realize how serious this car is until they're getting smoked by it. It's rare, it's fast, and it's about as sleeper as you can get. If you prefer something newer, the Lexus GSF is an excellent modern day sleeper. On the surface, it's just another sleek Lexus luxury sedan, but under the hood is a naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8 pumping out 467 horsepower. Its rear-wheel drive has track, tuned suspension, and a limited slip differential. It'll do 0-60 in around 4.5 seconds, yet you can drive it in total silence and comfort every day. No aggressive body kit, no crazy badging, just pure power and poise wrapped in an executive suit. Another modern Japanese sleeper is the Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400. Infiniti may not have the brand clout of Lexus or BMW, but the Red Sport variant is seriously quick. It features a 3.0-liter twin turbo V6 that produces 400 horsepower and 350 lb of torque. It doesn't look like a sports sedan. It looks like any other Q50 on the road, but the performance figures put it right up against the BMW 340i and Audi S4 while being more affordable and more under the radar. With some basic tuning, the VR3 DDTT engine can easily exceed 500 horsepower. You want more stealth? Let's talk about the Toyota Aristo V300. Outside of Japan, we knew this car as the Lexus GS300, but the JDM version came with a 2JZ GTE under the hood, the same engine as the MK4 Supra. It's a rear-wheel drive executive sedan that can take an absurd amount of horsepower without braking. Throw on a bigger turbo, upgrade the fuel system, and you're staring down the barrel of a 700 horsepower monster that looks like a dad car from the early 2000s. For those who like hatchbacks, the Suzuki Swift Sport doesn't put down crazy numbers, but in the right hands, it's a giant killer. It weighs under 200 pounds, has sharp handling, and a rev-happy engine that makes it a blast to drive. It's not a sleeper in terms of raw horsepower, but in terms of surprising fun and agility, it punches way above its class. Throw in a turbo kit or engine swap, and suddenly you've built a pocket rocket no one saw coming. And let's not forget about the Toyota Mark Titer V, another one-done chassis powered sedan that often gets overshadowed by the Supra and Chaser. The Mark Titer is long, unassuming, and extremely mod-friendly. It has a loyal fan base in the drift and drag scene because of its bulletproof engine, rear-wheel drive layout, and surprising balance. It looks like it should be picking kids up from school, but on the right tires, it'll roast most cars at a stoplight. Finally, we close with the Nissan Gloria or Cedric Y34 300 VIP. These are luxury sedans that look like grandpa's car, but the 300 VIP variant came with the VQ3 Elite turbocharged V6, rear-wheel drive, turbocharged torque, and a chassis that responds well to tuning. This is the kind of car that gets no second glance at a gas station, but might just be the fastest thing there. Japanese sleepers are proof that speed doesn't have to shout. They represent a philosophy where engineering speaks louder than spoilers, and performance comes dressed in a suit and tie. Whether it's a turbocharged wagon, a V8 luxury sedan, or a K-series screamer in disguise, these cars offer the thrill of performance without the attention-seeking theatrics. So next time you're on the highway and see a boring looking Japanese sedan pull up beside a sports car, don't blink. That just might be the fastest thing on the road. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Japan's sleeper legends, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more underrated car content. Got a sleeper you think we missed? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. Thanks for watching, and remember the quiet ones are usually the most dangerous.